Okay, on number 5, let's rewrite this so we have no fraction. Can y'all see this okay? So I'm going to divide them both by square root of x. So this basically is the same thing as the integral of 4x to the 1/2 with the negative because we're bringing to the top. And then we have plus 5x. Because if I have 3/2 minus 1/2, it is 2 over 2. That becomes 1. And I should write dx on here. Parentheses if you want. Let's go ahead and derive them. So we're going to take the power and do what? Add 1, which becomes 1/2. And I take that 1/2 in my denominator. Plus 5x, add 1 more is 2 over 2. And then plus what for integrals? C. Now, this is perfectly fine, but the best answer, in my opinion, is going to be, if I take 4 items and cut them in half, I get 8x to the 1/2 plus 5 over 2x squared plus c. Just so that we don't have a fraction over a fraction. But this is completely fine on the AP test on the free response. If it's a multiple choice, they'll go all the way. Okay? Number 7 was our next one. Okay, let's rewrite the number 7 again without a fraction. So instead of f prime, I'm going to write out dy over dx. And again, let's bring this guy up. X to the negative 1/2. The first thing we are going to do, where's my pen cap? Uh-oh. There it is. We're going to move the dx. So what do I do on both sides when I move the dx? We're multiplying by the dx, right? So that goes away. What was the opposite of deriving? Anti-deriving. That works too. So I'm going to anti-derive on both sides. And when I do, I get y is equal to, let's go ahead and anti-derive. 1 more is 1/2 over, I will say 1 and 1/2. And what do we always add at the end? Plus c. Now let's rewrite this. Y is equal to, half of 1 basically is 2, correct? And I guess I'll just leave it as it is. X to the 1/2 plus c. So if I plug it in, it tells me that here's my x, here's my y. Y is 6. If I'm looking at 1, because 1 is a special number, is that going to mess with the 2 on here? Nope. So we have 2 plus c. So that tells me my c has to be what value? 4. So my final answer on the particular solution is going to be y is 2x to the 1/2 plus 4 is our solution. Okay, Zoomers, if you're good, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not paying attention, good luck to you. Will, where'd you go? Okay. Peekaboo? Oh, there he is. All right. So I need to figure out the following. From A to B, my sum is 3. So we know on the top it's going to be positive. The bottom is going to be negative because we're going in the correct order. And let's see what information is given to us. Area of the region bounded by the function, the x-axis. They gave us some area. So to the x-axis, and x equals a, this guy is 8. And we know going from left to right, we have something plus something is equal to 3. The first something is 8. What does that second piece has to be? -5, done. All right, number 10. Question? Eight. It is 8. What's confusing is number 8. has 8 underneath it, and it looks like it's not part of the sentences.
Okay, not 8 period.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
The value is 8, and the number is 8. I know. I think I should space that better. All right, let's go to number 10. So we're finding double derivative. Oops. Hopefully I have enough room. So we're going to anti-derive on both sides. I don't think I want to rewrite this out. I'm just going to do this. When I anti-derive the double derivative, that becomes single derivative. And x squared is going to give me 1/3 x cubed plus c. And then what they gave us was the x value and the y value of the first derivative. So we have 7 is equal to 1/3 times 0 cubed plus c. And that allows us to know c has to be 7. So let's rewrite this so we can take the next value. We have f single prime is at 1/3 x cubed plus 7. My goal is to get to my no prime. So let's anti-derive again. So I have the function of x is equal to, we're looking at x to the power 4, right? 1/3 to the 4th, as in over 4. And then we have plus 7x plus c. And I'm going to call this one c2, because not all the c's are the same. And when I plug in the numbers, my x is 0, y is 2. 2 is, if I simplify 1/3 over 4, that's going to be 1/12. Let's plug in the 0, plus 7 times 0, plus c sub 2. So that tells me c sub 2 has to be 2. So our final equation is going to be f of x is 1/12, x to the 4th, plus 7x plus 2. And that is our particular solution. That's a 2, by the way. Oh, I can't see it. Just tedious. Okay, last one. If you're ready, give me a thumbs up. If you're on your phone, get off of it. Thank you. Aiden, let's read number 2, please. 12, I mean.
Let f be the piecewise linear function below for a period of 1 to x.
So from 7 or 2 to 7. So let's put it dot 2 to 7. And I'm going to complete this figure. The first one's above. Second one's below. Is that right, 7?
Yeah.
I think so. Okay, to find the area of the first one on top, do you guys see a trapezoid? So the parallel parts are the bases. So 2 plus 3 divided by 2 times the height that is connecting, which is also 2. And when it's on the bottom, is it positive or negative? Negative. Now, how can we look at this in a different way? I see a triangle, and then I see an hexagon. Do y'all see that too? So I see a triangle and then a hexagon. Let's do a triangle first. Half of base times height, which is times 1 times 2. And then for the trapezoid, the parallel parts are 1 and 2. And then our height is 1. And if you simplify this, the first one, first of all, do you see the 2's cancel out? So we have 5 minus, let's see how many I get right here. If the 2 cancels out, don't we have understood 1? And then if I have anything times 1 does not matter, 3/2. 3/2 basically is 1.5. So I see 2 and 1/2. So together, it's going to give me 2 and 1/2 or 5/2. Doesn't matter. So if any, the simplifying part might be a silly mistake. You know, we're just human. All right. Oh.